Alright, so today we're going over a really powerful prompt for studying specifically, in which we basically plug this prompt into ChatGPT, and by doing so, ChatGPT is going to try to guess what the questions will be on an upcoming test that we may or may not have. So, for instance, the prompt looks like this. So, as you see here, it states, "You are my exam question predictor. Your job is to look at a chapter I paced and predict the most likely question types and topics a teacher would test. Then generate practice questions that match those patterns." And there's a bunch of stuff added to this that you guys can edit if you don't like it, but it is super beginner friendly and ready to go. You can copy this prompt from the description of the video or the pinned comment, but once you have it, all you do is copy, hit paste, hit enter, and then you're going to get your series of intake questions that you're going to have to answer. So now here is where you're going to want to go ahead and paste the chapter text or the chapter notes depending on what it is. Even if you just have messy notes, you can utilize that. The whole point is just to help ChatGPT understand what you're studying, and then it'll try to come to conclusions on what the questions may be, specifically for your upcoming quiz or test. So I'm going to go ahead and paste some chapter notes. That is just some very generic stuff that I came up with. Very messy. It's designed as if I was, let's say, like a high school or early college student taking biology. So as we see here, intake question 2, what subject and level is this? I'm going to say biology, and let's just say high school for fun. Let's just say this. What test format is likely? We're going to just go ahead and say mixed, assuming we don't know. Then we get the next intake question stating how many predicted questions do you want. Let's just give 30 so that we get a 40. Let's do 30 to see a variety. What does your teacher usually test? You could just say not sure here, because for instance maybe you have a new professor or teacher and you don't know. Any focus areas to prioritize? Obviously if you've had past tests you can utilize this, and try to be as descriptive as possible here to get the most out of this prompt. I'm just trying to be super general just so we can get to see what it'll do for us. So any focus areas to prioritize, you once again say not sure, because in this case I don't know. But if you were doing this, you can obviously adjust it for what you think would be the most tested area. So as we see here, it starts and goes with some assumptions. So high school biology, mixed format, 30 questions, basically everything we said. Then it goes most likely to be tested, and it goes photosynthesis equation, respiration equation, inputs and outputs of respiration, and all this stuff. Then question type predictions, it gives us an idea of what it would be. Then we actually get some practice questions. So what is the main purpose of photosynthesis? It gives us some multiple choice. It gives us also the level that we'd be being tested at, with medium, easy, hard as well. And if you scroll down far enough, then you'll actually see the short answer questions, the compare and contrast questions, application or essay questions if you have that as well, and then an answer key for you to literally practice. And by doing this, we actually get to see what it looks like, what a potential test or quiz would look like for this exact topic, strictly from our rough notes. And we can also ask it, if you guys like, this is another thing that I would do, is can you test me one by one? And by doing this, it'll literally just test you one by one, and you can see how you do on a practice quiz, and you can even ask it to increase the difficulty if you feel it's too easy or too hard. So that's about it. By simply copying the prompt in the description or the either the pinned comment or the description of the video, once you have it, hit paste, hit enter obviously. Once you're there, you'll have these series of questions that you can respond to, where you'd probably want to input at least, what chapter of a specific book you're studying, specific messy notes if you have them, anything just so it gets context about your situation, and then it'll go over it, and then like I said, if you go over it and ask it to do this, for instance, can you test me at the end, it'll be able to test you, or you can go over and practice the practice questions that it provides with the answer key. So that's about it. Once again, the prompt will be in the description of the video or the pinned comment, and hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. Have a nice day.